This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Reports. Trust in government is at an all-time low. So I'm going to be giving you guys 5 all-time big lies the government is telling us. Starting off with number 1. This nanny state is for our own good. The war on drugs like prohibition is supposed to keep us safe from crime and addiction, right? Well, also like prohibition, it doesn't work. When liquor was banned, violent crime spiked and alcohol consumption didn't decrease. The repeal of prohibition is what actually made America safer. The drug war works the same way. Since marijuana was legalized in Colorado, for instance, there has been a notable decrease of violent crimes, and police had rerouted their time as much as 40 million annually for dealing with real crimes. Number 2. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. If any lie on this video is in the running to win the most obvious, it's this one given. What we already know about the insane, illegal, invasive things the NSA does. Mass surveillance suppresses dissent and breeds conformity. It is unconstitutional and more intrusive than we know. And even if you think you don't have anything to hide, you do. The average American unknowingly commits 3 felonies a day because we're so regulated. In short, it's pretty clear we all have something to fear, and that's our government. Number 3. This is the right war to fight. Every time our government wants to wage a new war with our lives and money, we hear about this time it's different. How we're definitely doing the right thing and helping the good guys. How there's no chance we'll lose. The opposite is more often true. Take the 2003 invasion of Iraq, which we know was started under false pretense. Then Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld first said Iraq did have weapons of mass destruction, and then later denied ever saying it when his claims were shown to be false. Today it is increasingly clear that the 2003 invasion is a direct cause of heartbreaking chaos in Iraq. Now the good news is that the American public is catching on, and poll after poll shows we're tired of war and we're ready for peace. Number 4. We're a global force for good. The U.S. Navy slogan is a global force for good. But is that accurate? Most Americans don't think so. 70% say the military should focus on defending our country, not trying to help police the whole world. This isn't to criticize the Navy in particular, or those who serve in any branch of the military. They didn't decide to start multiple aggressive, non-winning wars in the last decade. But we should criticize the people in Washington who did start them. It isn't exactly true that the U.S. foreign policy is always a global force for good. Just as the Iraq War led to the creation of ISIS and the havoc it has brought, so did the American actions in Afghanistan during the Cold War, which produced the brutal Taliban. Recent military interventions in Libya and Syria has been similarly messy and morally wrong, and our drone wars is killing innocent civilians and creating new terrorists all the time. Last but not least, number 5. We know what we're doing. The EPA is using 20-year-old data to make regulations which decrease unemployment. The government's transparency website, usaspending.gov, is wrong more than 90% of the time. In Iraq, both sides of the conflict are armed with weapons supplied by the U.S. government. The Patent Office has knowingly paid employees $80,000 plus salaries to sit at home and watch TV. Let's not forget about the TSA chief getting fired last year because of a 95% failure rate to detect bombs and guns. They're not stories of organizations to know what they're doing. This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Report. Subscribe if you're new. Links are below. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Our page is Media on 9/11. Thank you.